Alright, everybody. Welcome back to Siren Sound Gaming. We're back with our Comforts playlist. I apologize, my computer is still being a little bit weird. Trying to get loaded up now. So look at my background for a second, I guess. Um, let's see. We need to go to this one. Ignore my funny named files. They're just there for me. Make me feel better about myself. I also, whatever. Alright, so since we last left off, I told you we would restart back here, but we actually came back down here. So what I did in the meantime while I was waiting for you folks, I accidentally ate a piece of wolf meat, but we're not going to talk about that. That should be gone in like 2 minutes, I'm sure. So we have our well-fed bonus still. I did actually, one of the wolves that we shot up top, he bled out right by the top of the thing, so I carved him up while we were waiting, while I was watching the other stream. So we are actually now at level 3 cooking, so we can do some more recipes. So we did that. I repaired my clothes, and I didn't clean the pistol. I thought I cleaned the pistol. I could have sworn I cleaned the pistol. Oh well, I'll clean the pistol. But let's get out of here. So now we're gonna go back to Grandmother's house, and then we're gonna get on out of here, like we said we were going to. Figured we would shoot for a second live stream today. I'm in a really good mood today, and thought it would be fun to get you more content out since I had been so lack. That way you guys have some stuff to play around with. And it didn't make sense to switch over to the other playlist since this one is still fresh in my mind from this morning. So I figured I actually ate breakfast kind of late today, so even though it's my lunch break for work, I'm not actually that hungry, so I'll probably make lunch and eat it while I'm actually working after this. So one of the perks from being able to work from home is no one can tell me I can't eat a sandwich at my desk while I'm working. So, not that they would even in the office, but I don't feel some sort of weird way about it. So, that's what we're going to do. Gonna hang out with you guys for a little bit, whoever shows up, if anybody. And if not, whoever hangs out after. And then I'll eat my sandwich while I'm working. So, yeah. Nothing too exciting there. So, I had a nice breakfast. I made myself an egg and cheese sandwich on toast. And then, ooh, I almost just walked off that. And then we had my parents over this weekend for some barbecue stuff. So I have a flat top grill, a Blackstone brand. So we made some burgers. I cooked up some bacon. So we had some bacon cheeseburgers, and I had made some fried potatoes on the blacktop as well. It holds seasoning a lot like it holds flavor a lot like like a cast iron skillet. So they came out really well. We didn't eat all of them, so I had the little bit that was left this morning. I gave my wife 2 days to eat them, and she didn't eat them. Or she didn't take them to work with her, so I ate them. I'm sure she'll be upset with me, but that's okay. She didn't take them. I can always make more, too. She just needs to go buy more potatoes. But, so between those two things, I'm just not that hungry. So, I will eat later. We have plenty of stuff here. I might, since I'm already going to be stinky, I might grab a rabbit or two and take it with us back to Grandmother's house. See, this is all the meat we cooked. Just so we have it there, in case we want to make any recipes before we go. We might make like one of the rabbit pancakes or something, so. See what we can do. If I can grab one or two. We're already going to be drawing wolves, and I'd rather have the guts and stuff to leave curing, so. We'll drop these for now. So they stop howling at us. But if I can even get 2 of these rabbits, I'll be happy. Because then we can make the rabbit hand pies, increase our weight capacity for when we do leave. Such a sad sound. And then we'll just have some meat for when we find some of the other recipes we can play with. So. Getting pretty good at this whole rabbit thing. So the trick for this, for anybody that doesn't know, is if you take your thumb and you want the rabbit between your thumb and your finger, and then you want the rabbit to be between your two fingers, and it seems to nail them almost every time. I will say I used to not understand what people meant until I did go ahead and figure it out. It's really easy. I'll show you again. So you want to crouch so you can get as close as possible. And I'm sure most of you guys know this already, but for the people that don't, you want to get real close. So crouch as much as possible. You can get pretty close when you crouch. You're going to obviously have to take the height of the rabbit into account. So I try to get them either as close as possible to my height or try to adjust what I think would match. You went all the way down there, you little shit. Okay. When they stand up the way that one in the middle is standing up, he knows somebody's nearby, so you want to crouch back down again. If you keep pursuing him when they're stood up like that, they'll take off. So. And I try to get them to walk towards me, or when they're this far away. Like if I tried to grab that rabbit there, even though like he's there, I would have missed him. So this one that's walking towards me, get him in the middle there, hang him with a rock. The other thing I do all the time that I had to teach myself to stop doing was actually halter my rock as I'm walking towards the rabbit. So on PC, it's H to put your rock away, or to put anything that's in your hand away. Because otherwise, when you run over to it, sometimes you will, like I'll throw another stone at the rabbit instead of picking it up. And then they're not stunned for that long, so then they get up and run away. So there we go. Now we have lots of rabbits for dinner. There's this, we might come back for this deer too. There's another one that spawned? I probably have like 15 pounds of rabbit right now. Those are probably 2 each. 5 each. 5. 5. 4. That's a baby rabbit. 4. 4. Oh, or we just got 2 really big ones. We're going to take this last one anyway. If it's going to be a slow walk, we might as well make a slow walk worth it. Alright. Now we're really going to stink. We're really going to attract the wolves, so we'll just pull out our pistol and shoot our way home. It's going to be a slow walk, friends. Because that's 4, 8, 12, 22 pounds plus the 5 I just got, probably 4 to 5. So I have 30 pounds of rabbits right now. We're heavy. We'll take it though. It's good weight. Food is always good weight. If we have to shoot our way home, we will shoot our way home. I'm not too worried. Normally I wouldn't want to clear out a whole rabbit grove like that because I don't want to kill the spawn. Not kill it, but make it so it has to regenerate for a long period of time. But since we're leaving anyway, I don't really feel too bad about it. Usually I only take what I need, but since we're trying to get our cooking level up anyway, and there's recipes for rabbits, I don't feel too bad clearing out the spawn. Or, you know, grabbing that many at once. The only thing we have to be careful of is the wolf, but we did kill the one wolf that was up here already. And I'm sure there'll be some waiting at the bottom here for us, but we'll be okay. I am going to drop the 2 scrap metal that we got from the plane, or 2 or 3, by the box there. So that way we can come back up and I'll repair that transmitter too later. We are heavy. I'm going to drink a coffee. I don't have a coffee to drink. Just kidding. Eh. That's okay. I was gonna drink a coffee so we could walk a little bit faster, but it's not gonna give us much more weight, so it's probably not worth the, like, it's definitely not worth a stim. Okay. We're gonna fight the urge to kill the rabbits that are down here, because I know there are some, and we're just not gonna take them. Same way we're leaving all the cattails. The cattails are good for an emergency food source later. So we definitely don't need them right now. There's no reason to take them. Sorry for that awkward pause. I had to take a drink. My throat's a little sore from talking earlier and today and on the phone for work, and I heard a ptarmigan. Maybe they're down here. I thought I heard a ptarmigan. Maybe they're down here. The wolves smell us though. They're real noisy now. I hear a ptarmigan. I know I hear a ptarmigan. That or my shoes are squeaking. I don't know if that's a new sound they added in. I hear squeaking. Maybe it is my shoes squeaking. I don't like that. That sounds like too close to a ptarmigan.
So hungry in my life.
That's not true. You've been hungrier. But here, have a few cattails. I love that they, right now there's a glitch where Astrid sounds like Mackenzie and Mackenzie sounds like Astrid. Certain clips got messed up during the update. I was real confused. I was like, wait, we're playing as Astrid, aren't we? Like, yeah, we are. But that was Mackenzie. Okay. It's funny, I have all this food in my pocket and I can't eat any of it right now. But we can make some rabbit mittens, which we're going to do. Once those pelts cure. And maybe a hat if we don't find a better hat. We have some guts, so we'll be able to make a bunch of stuff. It'll be a good time. So, you know. We'll see what we can do. I might leave that second bedroll up here too, just so I'm a little bit faster walking down. I'm getting more tired and I'm compounding my tired by being too heavy. So we might leave a couple things at the signal tower since we have to come back anyway. Just to offload it. We'll get there eventually. You know, I made a stream in the a joke in the other live stream earlier. When you're really heavy, like much heavier than I am right now, your feet prints they get really close together, and it looks like you are shuffling your little feet along. Pretty funny. It made me laugh. But you have to be like barely able to walk heavy. Like if you drop, you know, if you can't walk and you drop like a pound, that heavy. So. Otherwise it doesn't work. But we're gonna finish fixing that soon. We just need the scrap metal. Drop all the sticks. We don't need them right now. We can drop this pelt. We'll keep the deer pelt. Drop that. That's better. Okay. Still can't run, but I'll take it. We're walking a lot faster now. Here's where it's gonna get hairy. We have all these rabbits on us, and we're gonna see if Wolf wants our butt or not. I'm sure there's gonna be at least one waiting for us when we get down there, if not sooner. I would light a torch and be passive about it, but they're just gonna keep coming back, so I'm just gonna start shooting them. So, otherwise we're gonna have to keep taking 2 steps, dropping the torch, aiming the rock, taking 2 steps, dropping the torch, aiming the rock. They're just gonna keep cycling back. Because we are really stinky. We have 3 smell bars. Whoa, that scared me. That, every time a badge pops up, it scares me because the sound is kind of spooky. So we just got a badge. We'll take a look at which one it was in a second. It's one where I think you have to walk a certain amount of steps. I think it's the one that we just got. Just like it ends up being like a kilometer or something. So we're gonna keep our eyes out here. I don't see any wolves. We have enough meat on us that we may draw the wolves from the church. We may draw them from basically from anywhere. I mean, they're gonna be running too. I don't like to carry this much stuff on me, but I got a little greedy and I'm not gonna let it go to waste, so. It's good greedy. We're gonna take these guys right inside to part them out. Put that away so I don't accidentally shoot the doorknob off. Alright, we made it. We're safe. Okay. What did I do with that scrap metal that I had earlier? Did I drop it? I don't know. Okay, I'll have to find it. Because I had 3 scrap metal in my inventory, and now I can't seem to find it. I don't think, like, I don't want to go ahead and say, oh, it just disappeared, but I don't think that's what happened, but I don't know what happened to it, so. I know I dropped a few things somewhere, but I'm not quite sure I remember where it was now. I'll have to go back and watch the video, because I'm an airhead sometimes. Put that here. Actually, we'll put it out here. We found another revolver. What else can we drop? This coal can stay here. I brought it back for when I decide to cook. This birch bark can stay. Oh wait, that might be enough for a tea. It is, okay. Let's make this. Can I eat this candy bar? We're gonna eat it. We're gonna risk it. We have plenty of food. We might cook up a few recipes maybe. We'll see. We have that wolf outside. I might quarter it and bring it inside and micro it real quick. Drop that. Actually, is our lantern full? No. Let's refuel this. And we will drop that. These can get dropped here. These rabbits are gonna go outside for a minute. Because we are gonna go in and hack up that wolf. So all of our bones can be out here for a minute. Let's see where we're at with these guys. There he is. That other one disappeared. See, we brought a couple over here. That's the problem with being smelly. We didn't see any wolves, but they were here. Got 2 of them that are taking off now. And they'll come back. So. Look at this one we killed. Let's do this. I'm not a hoarder, you're a hoarder. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, let's plop this down here. We'll just make a quick fire here with a couple sticks. Just enough to quarter this wolf up. I think that's about an hour. And then we'll go inside. We'll micro that wolf. Because an hour is unfortunately not long enough for us to start exploring again, unfortunately, so figured we could do this kind of stuff. Ow. Well, that figures. Okay. Well, take this shit in the house. Hope we don't get jumped in the meantime. I'll come back out for the guts. I don't care about the pelt. I wish I cared about the pelt, but there's just no real good use for it. See, we have a wolf right here with us. I hear him. Okay. Okay, now we're inside safe. Okay. So when I say micro, this is what I mean. We're gonna... Basically, we want the smallest pieces we can get off of these bags. Because you get the same experience from cooking, and I know we've talked about this in a previous video, but you get the same experience from cooking a piece of meat that's 0.1 pounds as you do as that one that's more. And I'm not the best at this. You'll get people that'll be like, oh, I can get this down to 0.1. It's like, oh, that's great. I'm not that good at it. I get it down to small enough that it's worth it, but... and it gets trickier towards the end. Obviously, you have to let it fill up a little bit more. And sometimes you just suck and do it that way. So, for simplicity's sake, we are going to take all of these things off the stove, though. Because it's quicker just to take it on and off. And saving the extra, like, probably would save us, like, 2 minutes per piece or something. Something silly like that. So... This was a pretty big wolf, though, so I'm kind of hoping it's enough to maybe get us to level 4 cooking. I'm not going to say we'll get to 5 on one wolf, but... It seems like if you put your weight to 0.1, so, or half a kilogram, and you let it get to, like, this part on the knife, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but where the blade meets the handle, it seems like that's enough for it to be right about 0.1, 0.2. Until the pieces start getting smaller, so you see how now the meat amount we're harvesting is like 0.6. because that's what's left in the bag. Sometimes you have to let that one go a little bit further, so I get bigger chunks here than I intend to. But if you think about it like a pie chart, try to get, you know, the smallest piece you can. And then look at the last one. Do the same with it. I'm not going to micro those rabbits. We're going to keep them whole. They're already small pieces, so I think we'll get some cooking experience, hopefully, for making our recipes. So maybe that's what we'll do today, is just do an old style cookout to finish the rest of the episode. We don't have a ton that we can do right now, but we have some stuff. Called Siren's Kitchen. No, I'm just kidding. But okay, well that's it. That's all she wrote. So we're not going to put too much fire on, even though I think we'll be here for a little while. We are going to... Sure, we'll put one of these on. We'll use the cardboard match because we're using accelerant. I hate cardboard matches. I think they're a waste. So we'll start with that. Now, level 5 cooking. This is what it is. It's not that exciting. Maybe we'll take, while we're waiting, that, and we'll make a pot of water. Actually, we'll make 2 pots of water, because I need to harvest up those rabbits still, too. So, it's quick. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's minutes on these tiny pieces of meat. So, be prepared. You're going to go through a lot. We're going to shove these meat pieces in the corner for now, because I don't want to accidentally eat one. These should be done. Oh, nope, not quite. Cooked. 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 The problem is, you still get the same amount of intestinal parasite risk from a piece of meat that is like 0.1 kilograms as you would if you harvested something that was a lot more than that. So like, that's why I had that small intestinal parasite risk. If I eat another one right now, this would go up to 2% or 4%, whatever it doubles over to. Even though it's only a very small piece of meat, it still increases it the same way. If you guys were hungry, now you're more hungry because for some reason, the Long Dark picked the best sizzling sounds I've ever heard in a video game. So... But once we get to level 5 cooking, we can eat all of this meat with no issue. I just don't want to accidentally eat it now. Also, fun fact, even with level 5 cooking, if you accidentally eat a piece of raw predator meat, you have a 75% chance of getting intestinal parasites. So, when you make these piles of cooked meat like this, make sure everything's cooked that you're putting in it. Whether that's making sure you manually eat it from your inventory, whatever. Oh, it's cooked. I was like, that's a big piece of meat. Because that's what happened to me. If any of you watched my fishing, any of you watched the tip-up video that I made a comment about having frostbite. Part of the reasons I had frostbite was because I was trying to cure my intestinal parasites. And the reason I had intestinal parasites was because I accidentally ate a piece of wolf meat. So I was being careless because I was annoyed at myself for getting intestinal parasites and then gave myself frostbite. Intestinal parasites would have passed. It would have been annoying and taken some time. But I was like, well, if I can't go anywhere, I might as well sit here and fish in this fishing hut. Well, I got frostbite, and then because I went to sleep and forgot to dry my clothes off, I got frostbite times 4 because it just kept stacking because my clothing was just it just kept getting wet. So now that character is mostly just like one that I'm going to use for teaching stuff, I guess. I'm not really sure what to do with it now. I'm kind of annoyed with myself, but luckily I hadn't gone to like Summit yet. I hadn't gone to um like I hadn't gotten the technical backpack on that character yet. It was almost not a brand new character, but a new-ish character. The only thing I had really done so far is I went to get the coastal fish cakes recipe on that one. Because I spawned into Pleasant Valley and it was very unpleasant, so I left right away because there was no clothing there at all. So sorry this is not the most entertaining, friends, but if we want to play with cooking, we need there's 4 for us. We need cooking experience, so some of the recipes required at least 4, so. And this also means we can eat everything, so it'll make our run better in the long run. I used to not understand why people would go ahead and basically rush for level 5 cooking until I realized that you can't eat much in the later game until you get it. And it's not hard to get. Like, this isn't the most exciting, but, you know, think about how much time we've spent doing this. It's not actually been that long. I know some people that will micro up an entire bear and then cook the entire bear, which will get you basically from level 1 to 5 on one bear if you micro it. But it also takes forever. And you end up, I don't want to say wasting, but you waste a good amount of the meat because nobody wants to sit there and eat all the meat pieces. It's time consuming. It's pretty annoying, if I'm being honest. So. Really, this hasn't taken that much time. It's getting dark in here, though. I might, just so you guys can see. It's a little bit of a waste, but we have the extra fuel, so. I don't know who that is that's calling me. Somebody's calling me. Keep getting calls from AAA because before we got married, we let our roadside assistance lapse because we just didn't want to spend the money on it just yet. And then we had something else personal that came up that haven't really have the funds to be able to pay the annual membership. I'm going to do it, I just haven't done it yet, and they keep calling me and bugging me, so there's a good chance it's them calling again. It's just aggravating. It's like, when they called the first time, I explained to them that I was going to do it, I just needed, you know, we needed to get the wedding paid off, and just other stuff has come up. So, I just hate people like that. It's like, I told you I'm going to do it. The more you bug me, the less I'm going to want to do it. That's enough about me, though. I didn't leave a voicemail, so good chance it might have been my wife. Not sure why she would call me, but sometimes she calls from her work line. But I don't recognize the number, so I didn't pick it up. Alright, cool. So that's that. So with all that wolf meat that we just cooked, we're at level 4. We're gonna, while that water is going, actually, we have another pot out here too. let's turn this off. And let's harvest up some rabbits. We're just gonna do the meat for now, and then we'll go back and do... Oh, wait. Yeah, well, let's do the meat and the hide for now. Actually, let's just do the meat for now. I'll go back and do the hides and the guts.
I'm starving.
Eat a couple of these, just so we don't lose our well-fed bonus.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
And we have an Aurora. That's fun. Ah, shoot. We're gonna waste all that water I just put on. Oh, well. Yep, that's it. It boiled out. Okay. Can't see, so I'm assuming you guys can't see. So I'm okay to waste a little bit of firewood. Sleeping through the night with this fire going. Actually, how much longer is this night? We're just gonna let the fire go out. Hour and a half. And then we'll light it again in the morning to cook. Four gallons of water in my pocket at the moment. It's okay. I like to make water in batches when possible. Okay. Need to hurry up and eat a cattail so I don't lose my bonus. We are gonna make some porridge.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Make a pot of porridge. It's pretty calorically dense.
Come
Then
on.
we'll play with some of the other stuff. Got about 20 minutes left on the stream. Till I have to go back to work. Didn't work. Oh, it did work. Okay. Sounded like it didn't work. Oh yeah, I have too much water on me. Okay. Trying not to use the coal yet. I don't have to. Okay. So, porridge takes water. Or, not water. Duh. Oats. Which I had in my inventory already, but that's okay. Just grab one of each of these things. So we have them, in case we want to cook with them. We're just not touching that potato. This one. I don't know which one. One of those two. So porridge, we need water and running river oats. It takes 16 minutes to cook. And it gives us 420 calories. So really, Gives us a lot. So take a bottle of tuna water, cook some porridge, and I'm gonna make a couple of these because we need to eat a lot of food right now. So it took 16 minutes to prepare it, or 16 minutes to cook it. How long does it take to prepare it? About 10 minutes. So the prep time's about 10 minutes on it. Keep that in mind when you're making multiple recipes so you don't burn yours. So if we tried to make a third one, this one there's a chance, I don't think it would burn in that time, but it could. So we can eat it, and it does give us a warmth bonus because it's hot. So. 6 minutes left on that. That's enough to carve the meat off of a rabbit. 10 minutes, that should still be good. Eat this. Okay. And then let's harvest these last 2 rabbits. Okay, we're gonna put the rest of the bunnies. Put them in the corner here. Okay. So the rabbit can go right here on the floor. We're gonna cook it anyway. So let's see what we need to make the rabbit cakes. So we can make recipes we could make right now with what we have. We could make bannock. Bannock's pretty good. It does give us 240 calories. It does take a little bit of thirst away from us, but it's cooking oil and flour. We could make rosehip pie. This one takes rose hips, cooking oil, water, and flour. 270 calories, but it does give you a headache for an hour. What else do we have? We could, if we had the acorns, we could make acorn bannock, which is about 60 more calories than regular bannock and doesn't require the flour, just takes the acorn grounds. We could make pancakes. We could make Lily's pancakes, potentially. We could make a batch of those while we're here. What we want to see right now is this rabbit pie. So rabbit pie increases our max carrying capacity. Helps if I have the rabbit in my inventory. So we will cook some rabbit pie. And when you prep these, it does actually make more than one. So the amount that you're seeing is like what you're making is more than just what you're seeing here. If that makes sense. So even though you're using a pound of rabbit and all of these ingredients, you're getting 3 pies out of it, and each pie is 300. What I have found out in my personal experience is the maximum capacity on these does not stack. So it takes about 20 minutes to make those pies. So like if you, oh, there's that scrap metal. Dropped it when I dropped that stuff. Okay. Trying to stop saying so much. Sorry, guys. The carrying capacity has a time limit on it. It's only good for 3 hours. And it doesn't stack, so you can't eat 3 of them and be good for 9 hours. You'd have to eat multiple. Is there a stew with rabbits too? No. Yes, there is. So we can make rabbit stew with this too, where it's rabbit broth and flour. Makes 900. It does increases our rest, so it makes us sleepy. I think. Let's try it. Oop, wrong button. So we'll make some rabbit stew. Oop, that one on the end is done. See? Now we got some rabbit pies. Take those. Little hand pies. Got some stew. I bet that stew would be good to eat right before bed. We'll make a second one.
Surrounded by snow. Nothing to drink.
Oh, let me drink some water first. We'll wait these out first. So the stews take a while. Okay. I was wondering if they were going to. So that stew still has an hour on it. Makes sense that it takes a while. It is a stew. So it's an hour and 17 minutes from the beginning, and it takes about 30 minutes to prep. Cool. What else can we make? Let's make some pancakes. We can take the Pinnacle Peaches and the syrup. Let's make some Lily's pancakes. What are we missing? Oh, we need acorn grounds, so they're acorn pancakes. Okay, well we can't make Lily's pancakes then. We could make... What are the peach ones? We can make regular pancakes with syrup. And they're 600 calories. Let's make a set of pancakes. Why not? Try a little bit of everything. Some pancakes, got some stew. What else? Could make a peach pie. Peach pie also gives us a headache. Doesn't really give us much on calories, so we're not going to make those. I'd rather save the pancakes. We could make the rose hip pie instead. For slightly less, but it also gives us some water. So, unfortunately it doesn't look like we can make a ton so far. I am going to make some regular bannock too, just because the rabbit stew can stink. Okay, put this one back up here. We'll make some more porridge maybe, so we have it to travel. Seems like a nice quick meal to make. Take our pancakes. Make another pot of porridge. Take that. Oh, well, good thing you can think about food, because we have food. Looks like you can drink the broth. That's kind of cool. So we'll eat our pancakes. Put our broth back up there. If I had some ptarmigan, we could make some beef or some stock. Wouldn't be beef stock. It would be nice. We could make some broth, but unfortunately we don't. I'm gonna turn the rest of these rabbits into rabbit pies. We can still make so much though. We might not make all of it. Let's see. If we drop this big piece, will it use the small pieces? That's what I want to know. What am I missing? Oh, there it is. Just missing it. Oh, our fire went out. Shoot. What happens if I take these off? Oh, it just discards it. Never mind. What? I've never seen an attempt fail with accelerant. That's insane. Just dumped kerosene all over it. And it didn't work. That makes me mad, game. Whatever.
Come on, little fire.
It's ironic. It's my fault for letting the fire go out. Sometimes that's why you'll see me overstuff a fire, because then I know for a fact it won't,
Come on, little fire.
bad enough. I hate when my fire levels are slow. Because then I know for a fact
That didn't work.
that's twice it failed. What if I take the charcoal out? Is there too much charcoal in it? Like, I don't know. That's not a thing. But it used all my accelerant. Oh, that makes me mad. So not only did it steal all of my accelerant twice, this game tries my patience sometimes. Let's see if we can go find a stick, maybe? I don't know. What are we carrying that's so heavy? Let's go back inside. Or stinky. Now I have some raw rabbit on me. Let's try it again. I walked outside. I don't have any tinder. I don't want to lose these rabbit pies. I don't want to cut the table down. Let's try again. It sucks the fail rate's so high on here. Like, I think the reason it failed is because it's like a 40% success rate. Okay. Let's go see if I can grab some sticks. I must have found that fish. I have not gone fishing yet in this playlist. So give me the stick. So yeah, I guess that's a learning lesson. If your success rate's under 40%, don't waste your accelerant. You will fail. I mean, I should have assumed, but it's still obnoxious. That's what they call elegant rabbit pie. I wonder if that will change as the condition goes down. Alright, we're doing this. You're gonna start. 0%. Oh. No, I don't have any tinder. Oh my god, I hate this right now. Give me this book. Can't use a book as tinder, which I think is silly. Really? I just want to cook my rabbit cakes. This game sometimes. Alright, let's use the book. Book's better success rate. If this doesn't work, I'm going to scream. And by scream, I mean log off angrily and deal with it another time, because I need to get back to work in a minute. There we go.
Perfect.
Take my stupid wood. Thank you. Gosh sakes. The nerve. Alright, like this. Okay. Show off my rabbit stuff that we just made. It's fantastic. Did we eat all the porridge I just made? We did not. So, funny enough, you can figure out which items stink and which ones don't by dropping a decoy. So when I dropped decoy, it dropped all the rabbit products, but not the stew. So the stews shouldn't attract wildlife. At least that's the way I interpret that. Because if I pick up 2 of these, it's going to drop, obviously, the rabbit, but then it drops the rabbit stew, and then tells me I don't have anything else. So I'm assuming that means that the porridge is safe to carry. I mean, I guess as safe as oatmeal is to carry in your pocket, but without a thermos. But that's kind of cool. And then once this one's done, we'll make some bannock too, just to carry for trail snacks. So like the rabbit cakes, I can drop them right on the floor. So I'm assuming that means, like I knew that you couldn't carry rabbit with you because it does have a smell. Like any of the meat pies you can't carry with you. Supposedly it's the same amount of smell as like carrying a hide. So it's not a lot, but it will draw some predators, apparently. Okay, well that one can stay there, sure. They stacked up so nicely until right there. So it makes me get a little crazy sometimes because I do have, like I like my things to be tidy. So like this to me looks very nice, this line, and then this. But what are you gonna do? Okay, we don't have enough fire for anything else, but here's the bannock that we just made. It's just regular flatbreads. It's like basic. It would be like a basic no yeast in a dust stack. So see how that says 2 there? The other pies that aren't like a rabbit pie will also stack. I'm just gonna cook this last piece of rabbit. So that's going to be it for us today, guys. If you liked what you're seeing, go ahead and smack that like button for me. Subscribe for more content. If you do hit that bell icon, I do tend to go live somewhat erratically. So if you do like hanging out with us live, it would be good if you hit the bell icon. You'll get a notification when I go live. I try to put a video up a few minutes before I go live. But sometimes it is kind of like, oh, I have an hour here. Let's go ahead and get some content up. I know this wasn't the most exciting episode to watch, but you know, I hope that I kept your attention well enough. We got to do exactly what we said we wanted to do. We got to play with cooking a little bit today. And then in the next episode, I promise we'll get our way out to Pleasant Valley and out to Summit. But guys, I really appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, smack that like button if you like what you're seeing so far. Feel free to comment in the comments section below. I do love hearing your feedback. I do actually, you know, take your suggestions to heart. So if there's anything I can do differently to make your experience better, let me know. If you're going to be a troll, prefer you not come hang out in the comment section, but, you know, we're each entitled to our own opinion. But guys, have a great day, and I will see you guys probably Friday morning. Let's try to get something else up. And Friday morning we'll probably switch to the other, the 100 Days playlist. So we'll try to go back and forth so that people that like the one playlist but don't like this one can go watch that one, and so on and so forth. So this one will be good for people that need to know where the technical backpack is and how basically to start a run, where like the 100 Days we already did all of that. So yeah. So I'm just gonna clean up a little bit here, probably off camera. I'm just doing it while I'm talking. But guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later. Bye bye.